Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fueled Fridays. Welcome to episode 5. After our first 4 weeks of...
We're finally on the plane.
We're finally on the plane.
Yeah, take that, Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Facts.
No-fly list.
No fly list.
Yeah, they're put on the no-fly list in the 4th one.
Man.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, after 4 weeks of exciting guests, this week, it's back to these guys.
Yay, we're totally engaging.
Once a month, you get just this, so I'm sorry. But we need time to recoup, and talk about what we really want to talk about. Which is the media that we consumed this month in the form of TV shows, movies, and music. And also, what have we been up to? What have we been up to, Jace?
I don't know, what have we been up to? Honestly, I don't know.
Look out, world. Here he comes.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start off with movies. Jace has a movie that he wants to talk about.
Yes.
First,
28 years later was mid. I'm gonna say that now because it's absolutely true. It's overrated. It's mainly like overall the movie was fine, except for the ending, which I thought was like lackluster compared to the previous two. I've seen the first one, so I'm gonna compare it to the first one. The first one ended with like a bunch of military guys fighting off like a horde of the rage infected, whatever they're called. I guess they're just called infected. It ended with that, and like they were shooting them. It was basically like Day of the Dead, but in Britain and in a mansion. They're fighting off the zombies. It's pretty action-packed, but this movie kind of just ended. It didn't have anything really crazy like that. I really thought they were gonna. There's like this little village that the main characters were at. I thought they were gonna bombard that, and it seemed like there was foreshadowing to Taylor. What the hell is his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson.
yeah.
It seemed like there's foreshadowing of him being infected because he got like mad at his son at one point and he punched a wall and it seemed like he was maybe infected somehow, but they never did anything with that. One of the infected gave birth and the baby looked really bad. Like it was CG. It was not great CG. Like they did fight zombies at the end. I was just kind of expecting like them to fight in a village, not on their own. The guy from The Menu became a whack job psycho doctor. Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph
Oh yeah,
Fiennes.
I guess I could have said Voldemort. Yeah, Voldemort grew a nose and he turned into a crazy doctor. I don't know what else to say. I thought it was good, but it had lots of problems.
How's the cinematography on that? Because isn't it filmed all shot on film or something?
I don't know. I didn't look into that, but I thought the cinematography was pretty decent. Like it wasn't like trash, but I wasn't really paying much attention to it. But from what I remember, it did seem pretty good. And all the zombies did not wear clothes. Infected did not wear clothes. They were literally all naked except for the pregnant zombie. Oddly enough, like she had like a little like jacket thing on or whatever, cardigan, I guess. And that's it. All the other ones were like almost fully nude, which was weird.
All right, party.
I mean, yeah, go off, but like they would have at least a little bit of clothing. Probably they didn't just rip it off.
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch any new movies this month. I have 3 movies that I'm like, okay, I need to see. How to Train Your Dragon, obviously. F1 and Megan 2. And The Phoenician Scheme. So that's 4 movies. So I'm either going to see probably tonight, the night that we're filming, July 1st, I'm either I don't want to show that I don't have pants on. We'll cut that out. I showed my leg. Anyways,
Yeah.
tonight, July 1st, I'm either going to see Megan 2 or F1, so the verdict's still out on that. But I want to talk about Star Wars because I've been rewatching the original trilogy,
Well,
and
it's a little late for
I
that.
why?
You should have watched it in May.
Oh well, I started it in May, and then I'm just like I
Why
haven't
did it take
gotten
so
to
long?
all
I guess you did the prequels, right? You probably started off with the
no,
prequel. No.
no.
Why would
I'm a
you
real
do
Star
that?
Wars fan. Why would, because who starts off with the prequels?
Everyone
Those are
should.
the
I
prequels are
did when I watched episode 1 and then stopped. Because episode
yeah,
1 was like kind of dookie.
exactly. That's why you don't start with the prequels.
Well, then you get over it, because that's the order you're supposed to watch them in, and then you end off the prequels with like the third one, which is very good, apparently. I mean,
Pretty
it's
good.
automatically good because it has Grievous in it, but you know.
Yeah, Buddy Grieve. No, I watched Empire Strikes Back last week.
That's the fifth
Uh,
one, right? 2
I
slash
think
fifth,
it's episode 5. Yeah,
which means
it's
it's the fifth
so
one.
it's so good. It's like one of the best. It's
It's
just so
it's
good.
gay. It's so gay.
It's so good.
Oh, I thought you called it gay. Like, where's the gay in it? There's
No, no
there's
game,
like no gay in
but
Star
it's
Wars at
good.
all,
Not yet.
except for the acolyte. I think the acolyte is gay,
Yes, if you
and it
cast
has
this,
player
if you cast this
456 in
guy,
it.
that's true.
Oh, look, he's prone to dying a lot. Wait, do you watch Squid Game? Or do you ever care to watch it?
I've never seen Squid Game.
Player 456 died at the end of season 3. Yeah,
Rats.
yeah, a baby one.
A baby?
Yeah,
A real one?
I don't know, but player 222 gave birth, and her baby became her replacement after she died.
Let's
And then
go.
456 sacrificed himself, so the baby won Squid Game.
Hell yeah, bro.
And then I think his character also died in the Acolyte.
Spoiler.
Oh, right. Who cares? No one likes the Acolyte anyways.
I haven't seen it yet, so I haven't formed an opinion.
I've heard a lot of people don't like Acolyte, but I think some of it is because it's woke.
Yeah.
And then
That's my first one.
also, people don't understand how a lightsaber can turn red. I saw complaints about how Amanda
It's literally
Stenberg's character changed the color of her lightsaber when she wasn't, but her lightsaber is different because she touches the kyber crystal, which allows her to change it from blue to
right.
red by bleeding it.
Right, I did hear people complaining about this.
I only know about that because I read some Twitter nerds comment about it. So that's how I know it works. I don't even
Mm-hmm.
think you need contact technically because I played Jedi Survivor, and the main should have been the main villain in that. Changed it with his mind. That's a whole nother rant for another day. Dagan Gera should have been the main villain and final boss of Jedi Survivor.
You got any more movies while we're in the movie
Um,
section?
I saw Megan, but I know you want to see that.
You can talk about it in a little
I'm
bit if you
okay.
want.
We can talk about it now. I'll just won't give spoilers.
Yeah, talk about it. Let's go.
It is definitely not getting an R-rated cut, probably, unfortunately, but I hope they go back and reshoot to get an R-rated cut because I want to see that. Lots of off-screen deaths. I saw a bunch of I saw a comparison to Mission Impossible, but with women, and also it's Terminator, but with women, and both of those are absolutely correct. I found this out. Apparently, the actress who plays Amelia didn't blink really at all to look like a robot. She's maybe caught blinking like once or something like that. From the other review I've seen, like she blinks probably like once in the movie. So you better keep that counter and confirm if that's true or false. If you
I
go,
will.
maybe go see that one, which I recommend. I thought it was pretty good though. I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd, while I gave 28 years later gets 3 stars. That's
Yeah,
embarrassing. That's
yeah,
embarrassing. Yeah, that's how bad the ending was, in my opinion. For 28 years later, and what did
and
now I need to know what I gave 28 days. 28 days. I gave 3.5. Yeah, 28 days was easily better than 28 years.
I will say the first Megan movie I felt like really embraced camp, but I feel like from the trailer
This
of
one, this one is
this one,
embracing like the camp and girl boss stuff.
which
Yeah.
I'm glad. Because the first one, my beef with it was that it was too serious. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, just
Oh
make it
God, yeah. I
adult.
don't. I'd say there's like moments, maybe like some people might be serious, but overall, it's not really that serious. I'd say.
Yeah, I'm glad. I feel like
But
that's the way it
yeah,
should be. It's a fun like horror movie concept, and if they're gonna franchise it, then I like the direction that it's going.
yeah. I hope they make a third one, at least a third one. Let's
Also, my boy Joshua Bassett was supposed to be in this movie, and
really.
then there was like rumors that he was like tons of rumors that he was a part of it, and
What would
then
he
he
even
just
be?
isn't. I don't
I don't
know.
even know
He
who
just
he'd be. Well,
he was probably like, why are there rumors about me? But all the whole internet was like spiraling.
yeah.
Yeah.
People love
My
Joshua Bassett that much, though.
I love Joshua Bassett that
I know
much.
you do, but like other people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, normies do. Yeah.
Only other movie pick for this month is going to be again not a new movie. I did watch Wolfman for the first time, the newest Wolfman.
Oh, I've seen that
Um,
one. I actually liked that one.
it's great. Like there was a lot of hate on it, but I actually think it does a really good job of like the OG Universal Monsters thing of
Oh
it
my
being
God,
like
yeah. That's literally what I've been saying about it. It does a
mhm,
really good job at being sad.
sad and like the sympathetic monster. Like you feel
Yeah.
bad
It's
for.
like almost perfect.
It's great, and the visuals I thought were really great. Like all the forest work was really effective.
Yeah.
They do a really good job of making the characters seem really isolated,
Yeah.
um, visually, and like yeah, all the references to like the lore, vampire lore, or not vampire, werewolf lore was like kept up and steady, um, and like followed or set up the folklore really well. Like even with how it started, I just thought it was really well done, and
Yeah.
I think anybody who's a hater is just a hater, to be honest.
Yeah. And then now the main lead in that is gonna play Silver Surfer.
Oh really?
Yeah, the I don't remember what her name is. Is it Julia Garner or something like that?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she's
not
Silver Surfer.
that's not Julie Garner, is it?
What the
That's
hell is
not
her
Julie
name?
Garner. I don't know, but that is not Julie Garner. Watch me be wrong.
It's hold on, now I gotta look that up. Julia, yeah, it's Julia Garner.
It's Julie Garner?
Yeah,
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 I'm
Wolfman,
wrong.
Fantastic Four First Steps, and she's gonna be in that new movie Weapons.
Yep, the more you know.
When does that come out? Is that August? August 8th.
You got any more movies, Jace?
Um, I closed Letterbox. Hold on, I haven't seen anything new, but let me just take out my Oh yeah, I saw Nosferatu, and I didn't know why it was 4 stars, but I looked it up and found something very interesting. Apparently, the original director of Nosferatu, the 1922 one, was gay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That
The
means,
more you know.
and I wrote this in my review, that means horror has been woke since the beginning. Woke, air
That's what I'm
quotes.
that's what I'm gonna say, bro. Anyway,
That's why horror is like the most woke, woke, air quotes genre out there.
high
We
key.
never use woke in like serious terms. I think the term woke
Yeah.
is stupid. Um,
I
okay, I was just looking through my letterbox for. I don't
I
really have anything I want to write home about. Other than the fact I watched A Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time, surprisingly, as a horror fan, and I haven't watched A Nightmare on Elm Street before, like, June. So I wanted to point that out. It was good. It was obviously like he's basically what started the supernatural slasher, and I think he's basically why Jason became a zombie for most of his rest of his screen time life.
Yeah.
Except that one time he was a demon in part 9.
Part 9.
Yeah, part
Jesus.
9. Jason Goes to Hell. There's 12 of them.
Oh man.
There's 13 Halloween movies.
Well, anyway, I was
There's
thinking
only
we.
9
I
M
was.
Street movies.
I was thinking since we're rounding up June that we should do one pride pick for each category. So, do you have a queer movie or a movie with queer characters that you want to shout out? It doesn't have to be one you watched this month.
Nosferatu, obviously, because woke.
The OG one.
The OG horror movie, and the OG woke horror movie.
Also, the original
Um,
Nosferatu is great. It's like an hour 10 minutes, and it's free
yeah,
on
it's
YouTube,
really short.
and it's really solid. So,
Yeah, I
um,
don't know. Would Get Out be considered? Probably
no,
not.
no, yeah, that's not gay at
Uh,
all.
Dracula, I think some people are perceived as that, but it's not, so.
My pick
Uh,
is going to be Paris is Burning. If you haven't seen Paris is Burning, it's a documentary about like the drag ball scene and like transgender women living in New York City in the 80s and 90s and like during the AIDS crisis. It's very like important watch, and it's also just an incredible example of the like documentary filmmaking. So check it out. I'm pretty sure it's another one that's probably free on the internet library somewhere. That's my movie pick, and now we'll bridge into TV shows. Do you have any?
no, because I don't watch TV. Although Squid Game
Nice.
season 3 came out, so I wanted to point that out. And they killed 4, 5, 6. Stupidly. Why can't there be more than one survivor in Squid Game? Why is there always just one?
I think that's literally how it works. Like I think that's the
No,
mechanics of the
I'm
game.
pretty sure there can be more than one winner. It's just split up
Mm.
between
But
the
then it's not
winners.
interesting. That's not as
Yeah, well,
interesting.
no,
You're
it'd be
like,
more interesting if they had 2 survivors. I know it's like kind of lame that 4, 5, 6 survived and he gets another 456 billion, whatever the hell it's called. What's the baby gonna do with the money?
shekels. I don't know. Build a
The
house.
baby, I guess the baby might have a no. The baby's dad was probably in the games too, and he died.
We
So
don't know
like,
that.
where? So the baby's gonna have like 456 billion. What currency does North Korea? No, South. What currency does Korea use? Is it
Shekels.
won? I think it's
Shekels.
won. Four hundred
Yeah, it's
fifty-six
shekels.
billion. Yeah, but like, what is that kid gonna like? The kid's gonna have that, and then when he turns it turns 18. It gets that money
What do you mean
probably.
it? Is the baby not human?
I don't know what gender what sex the baby is. I think it's a
You're
woman.
gonna say they.
Okay, they. I'm gonna call it
Alien
'cause
baby.
yeah, yeah. I don't even watch Squid Game. I just wanted to comment on that. Even though Squid Game is the new Fortnite TV show
It's
and
true.
Call of Duty TV show. Actually, I just found out today that they put Beavis and Butthead in Call of Duty.
That's low-key crazy.
Yeah, and they have like military combat outfits, and I thought it looked funny. But also then I thought in the back of my mind, one, I don't play Call of Duty. I don't have Black Ops 6. And two, I don't want to spend $70 on Beavis and Butthead. Because that's like actual Call of Duty
Yeah.
pricing, and then people call Fortnite overpriced.
I want to shout
Logic.
out Logic. I want to shout out Star Wars Tales of the Underworld on Disney Plus. new Star Wars animated show that I believe came out this month as well. And I
No, it
watched it
came out in
hoping
May.
came out in May. I watched it. I binged the whole thing in like a day. I was hoping for some Clone Wars nostalgia, and I got it. It is so good. It
Yeah,
brought
the
back my
main
love for
character
Star
is Asajj
Wars. Low
Ventress.
key, like
I mean,
my Star Wars like kind of died to me because they did some stuff I didn't really love, and this kind of just like brought in the child in me that loved Star Wars. So now I'm rewatching and everything, and I'm giving everything a chance because I think I just like sold myself out on it when they started doing TV shows because I was like, I don't want to watch all of that. But
yeah,
I'm gonna go in Star Wars. I'm gonna go in and watch it now because that was really good. So thank you. And I'm gonna because of that show, I promise I'm gonna watch Mandalorian, Acolyte, and Ahsoka and everything now. So that's my pick.
blame Dave Filoni for that if it ends up sucking. Because Dave Filoni, I think, is the head of that. What do you think if Dave Filoni becomes the new president of Star Wars? Because the old lady
Uh,
who's responsible for the whatever he made
I
Clone Wars.
I don't gaff.
Your boy who made Clone Wars.
IDK,
The
bro.
the 2008 one, not the cartoon one, which I've heard is also very good.
It's very good.
And that's have you seen the animated one, the original one from 2003?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. In reference to,
Oh,
but I've seen
that
the movie
wasn't
as well.
Dave Filoni. I thought you were talking about the 2008 one.
Hmm.
Have you seen that one too?
Yes, I have.
Which one's better?
Honestly, the show. The
They're
show's
both
really
shows.
good.
The
Well, the
2003 show or 2008 show?
animated show.
2003, 2008, they're both animated.
The
You mean like
OG.
the
The one
Hotel
with like a
Transylvania
billion,
guy?
the
The
one
one
with
who
like
did
a billion
Hotel Transylvania?
seasons.
Oh, that's not the OG one. The OG one is the 2003 TV show.
Bro, I didn't even know that existed.
I know that's what you're
Uh,
talking about. That's what we're talking about. Talking about the 2003 one, which Grievous first appeared in.
yes, but I'm talking about like, bro, what is going on, bro? Are you hexing me right now?
No,
There's only one. Is there not only one Clone Wars?
no. There's Clone Wars and then there's the Clone Wars. I'm pretty sure. I think one of them has a
Bro,
the in it. Clone
I
Wars is
don't know.
2003.
Do
The
they both
Clone
have
Wars is
Commander?
2008.
Do they both got Commander Cody?
I think so.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
The
The one
first
I watched
one,
as
the
a kid.
original one, didn't have Ahsoka because she didn't exist yet.
Okay, well then the other one.
Okay, so the CG one.
Yes, it's so good.
No, I don't
It's like
know
my
actually. I
favorite
haven't
Star
seen it.
Wars thing to like ever exist. Well,
What
maybe
about the
not.
last season? What do you think about the last season, which I think is universally hated?
I don't know. I
Like the
was a
one that
kid. Like
Disney brought back.
I'm rewatching it now, so I don't even know. I can't form an opinion on that. But like I
What do you
don't
think
think
of?
Disney. I want to say I don't think Disney ruined Star Wars. I don't think that's where Star Wars went
No,
wrong.
it's that lady. I don't remember her
I think
name.
I think COVID ruined Star Wars because everything
That
went to
helped too.
streaming and there was no more movies. It was just shows. And now they're bringing back the movies, so I'm happy about that.
It's the first movie to not have an episode number. Oh wait, an episode number or be a Star Wars story. For some reason,
Yes.
honestly, why didn't they do that? Why is it not called a Star Wars story, Mandalorian and Grogu? That would make more sense, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone's gonna watch it because Gustavo Fring isn't gonna be in it.
I'm I'm excited about it. I don't know who that is.
Uh, Giancarlo Despacito or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, that guy.
Despacito.
Yeah, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Was he supposed to be?
He's the villain in like the first two seasons, maybe
Bro, I haven't
three.
seen The Mandalorian.
I
You know
know,
this.
I know. Now
Well,
all they need is yeah. Pedro Pascal's everywhere with Disney. They just need him in like an animated movie, and then he's in every Disney project
it's true.
section.
Um, And do you have a pride pick for TV shows?
I don't watch TV,
My
so the inaugural winner has to go to Euphoria, I guess, because
crazy
Euphoria is
pick,
woke.
bro.
I just picked a random one I know is woke. Air
All
quotes
right,
woke.
I'm gonna go with Heartstopper. New
Ah, that's
season
another good one
announced.
that I've heard of but never watched.
I really like Heartstopper, and also if Brooklyn Nine-Nine counts, but I don't know if it counts or not. But it's got a couple gay characters and has some really good queer storylines. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving in to games.
Okay.
That's
You
your
don't play
category.
any games,
I
so
have
why are
mine.
we?
I have mine that I want to
Okay.
talk about. So you go.
Well, I've been playing. I haven't even been playing Fortnite really. I stopped playing for half the length of June because I kind of hate the game, but I also love it still.
Whoa, hating
Yeah,
on
I
stuff,
know it's a complicated relationship because
man.
they keep on adding overpowered crap that I don't want to go against, but I hate items where they're fun to use but annoying to go up against, which is basically like also why I don't like the Star Wars season because that's like every weapon was either useless or like fun to use but like annoying to go up against.
Mhm.
Which is why I like it's one of my least favorite seasons, probably my fourth least favorite season. Well, one just had bad themes. This one
Yeah.
was because like yeah. I started playing GTA a little bit. Um I've downloaded a bunch of other games with PlayStation Plus. I tried NBA 2K25, but I gave up and deleted it. Um, I don't. Yeah. What game are you gonna talk about?
I want to talk about the new Bloxburg update in
No,
Roblox. All right.
is Bloxburg free now?
Yes.
Because wasn't it like 25 Robux or 50 Robux back in?
Yeah. They
Why
wokified
did
it.
Roblox allow that? That's like if like there's Fortnite creative maps, you had to pay $5 to actually play,
I don't know, man.
or like 500 V-Bucks.
But an asteroid exploded Bloxburg, and now like all the old stuff is gone. It's really sad.
What in the Fortnite storyline is this?
I know.
That's actually literally a reference, though, too. I
I
forgot about
know.
the whole asteroid. Actually, it's a meteor, not an asteroid, so they're different. They're distinctly different.
I can't remember if it was a meteor or an asteroid in Bloxburg. But
It was a meteor in Fortnite, and it created a
moment,
butthole.
moment of silence for OG Bloxburg.
I never
Anyway,
played it.
we can talk about our pride pick now. Do you have any pride
Does that mean
picks?
we have to watch Grow a Garden? Pride Picks, Fortnite.
Okay.
Name and like there's a transgender character from the DC universe in
Or
Fortnite, and gay. I think there's a lot of gay people in Fortnite. Oh yeah, they just added Tim Drake this June, and he's
there you go. I'm
bi
gonna go
and
with
dating a man.
I'm gonna shout out The Last of Us.
Oh yeah. Um,
Night in the Woods is a really good like
Night in the Woods is gay.
indie game. Yeah.
It's still considered an indie. I guess yeah, individual developer, whatever the hell.
Check it
I'm
out.
surprised
It's
people
on
still
fire.
know about that game. That was a
I know I do.
Who's gay in that? I guess the main character, right?
Yeah. And then I think
The
yeah.
goth lizard thing. I
Yeah.
think her name is like B,
Cause
as in Beatrice.
isn't she with the fox, or like the fox is her ex or something?
The fox is a guy.
Oh, well there's some gay plot line. I don't remember it, but I know it's good.
Now I have to look up Night in the Woods gay.
Um and now we're into music. Do you have any music, Rex?
No, I don't really listen to music.
I have three.
I look up Night in the Woods guy, not gay.
Man.
Okay, let's go over all the LGBTQ characters.
All right, pop off.
Everyone. Literally everyone. There's May, the main character.
Ah,
There's
May.
Greg.
May's the lesbian.
He's gay, I guess. Angus, the bear. Jackie, the goat. I had to look at what her species was. There's Kickstarter backer characters. Female and anonymous, that's their gender. There's Adina Astra. Crocodile Gariel. A Gariel is a crocodile. There's Bombshell, the bear. There's Adina's lover. There's a female deer and dead. Yeah, Angus. He is 21. He shares an apartment with Greg. Nothing about him being gay or any about Greg Fox. He's 21.
Wow.
Personality. Gay. That's personality. If your relationships. Greg is in a relationship with Angus. Greg calls Angus Captain, while Angus in turn refers to him as Bug. I don't think that means they're in a relationship. I just think that means they have pet friend names for each other, unless it says otherwise within the game.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You think there's Night in the Woods, like, X-Reader?
No. Anyway, there's three really good concerts I saw this month, so I'll shout out those artists. The beginning of June, I saw
Wait,
The Driver.
you went to three concerts?
In June, yeah.
At least tell me one of them was free or cheap, or were they all, like, that's like
Two of them, two of them my
$2,000.
dad paid for. Two of them my dad paid for, and then
Oh, nice.
so
Yeah, I don't think
one.
you're gonna have enough for that on a minimum wage job of
No.
1 month,
Shout
2
out
months.
winners.
Yeah.
I went to the Driver Era and Bailey opened at the beginning of June at Coca-Cola Coliseum.
There's a
And it was
Coca-Cola
really,
Coliseum.
yeah, it was really good. It was a really fun show. Um, and then this week I saw a concert the 28th and the 30th. So on the
Rest in peace,
28th,
your wallet.
my dad took me again to these two.
Uh,
On the 28th, I went to
Rest
the
in peace,
Horseshoe.
your dad's wallet.
True. On the 28th, I
Yeah.
went to the Horseshoe Tavern in Toronto, and I saw Nathan Williams and the Zydeco Band, and the
Who?
Washington. Nathan Williams and a Zydeco Band. They're like a New Orleans jazz band.
Is he related to John Williams?
No. And the washboard player came out in the audience and gave me his washboard sticks, and he let me play the
Oh,
washboard.
that's what that was. I saw that. Yeah, you got
Yeah,
to
it was
play on
really
a
fun.
washboard.
And they
Easiest
were opening.
instrument ever.
All right, bro. And they were opening for Reverend Horton Heat, and he was really good as well.
Is
Um,
that the guy from Run DMC?
no. And then
The guy
yesterday
who
I
became a
saw
reverend for a
he's
church.
like a country guy, kind of. And
Oh.
then yesterday I saw Devo at History. Devo is one of like
Who?
the most Devo.
Is it the male version of a diva?
No. Anyways, shout out Devo. Very influential performance art band.
How influential? What did they influence?
Your mom. Also, the lead singer did the soundtrack. Did the soundtrack for the Rugrats TV show.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Yeah, the lead singer did the soundtrack for Rugrats.
That's
Um,
a crazy job. That's a crazy life.
yeah, he composed for Rugrats. Dexter's
What's his name?
Laboratory. I can't
Damn,
remember.
he got a hell of a
Um,
life.
Pee Wee Herman.
That
The
makes sense. The same guy.
Pee Wee Herman show. The
Oh, how do
Lego
you spell
Movie.
Devo? I didn't
Devo.
know. Oh, okay, so I did spell it wrong. I did D-VO.
He did the
Devo.
Lego Movie. He did the Minecraft movie
Oh, that's what that is. I've seen that outfit before with the stupid red hat and that
with the
Mark
hats.
Mothers Mark
Yeah,
Mothersbaugh.
yeah, him. If you look him up on IMDb,
Yo Gabba Gabba, the Life Aquatic with
Life
Steve,
Aquatic is a great movie, by the way.
Devo, The World, Tenenbaums, Rushmore, The Mitchells versus the Machines, Cloudy with a Chance of, In the Beginning Was the End, Hotel Transylvania 3, Bottle Rocket, Hotel Transylvania Not 4, Devo Live, Cloudy with a Chance of, The Rugrats movie, The Lego Movie 2, the second, Hotel Transylvania, Thor Ragnarok, 21 Jump Street. I've seen like most of these movies.
And he's a
Oh, he did
composer
The
on it.
Willoughby. I don't care
Mm,
about that movie. The Willoughbys. Rugrats Go Wild, where they go.
they go wild.
What did they get? Yeah, they go shirtless in that one,
Oh
and it
man.
has the Smashing guy in it.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't know. Chucky did go shirtless, and Angelica is wearing orange, seashell bra and flower dress. And here they are on a raft, stranded at sea, about to die. Saving that.
Man.
Okay. Yeah, I think they died in that movie too. I think they died of starvation in the jungle or something like that. That probably sounds correct, right?
Man. It's
And
like
then
Love
you just
Island.
know that you just know
Everybody,
that's in those kids' imaginations. You just
everybody,
find the babies lying on the ground dead.
everybody's all hype about Love Island. I don't know what it's about, but I wish it was more like Survivor.
Survivor but with
It's like,
longer.
like it was like I wish it was like they had to like survive in the jungle. I don't know. I just think
Oh
that'd be
my
more fun.
god. That would just sexualize the women more than they already do in that show. That's perfect
Yes,
for
man.
Netflix.
Netflix,
Yeah, they
stop doing
do.
that.
I think they're always wearing swimming like
So are the guys, though. The
like
guys are always shirtless too.
yeah, that's what I was saying. I meant like in general they both are both of them. Yeah, they're just wearing that all day, every day, even when they sleep.
So what's Love Island about?
Hold on.
Is it you win
Love.
money if you go home with somebody?
Yeah. 12 seasons, 10 years, nice. A group of single people move to a luxury villa in the hope of finding love in the summer of their life. Throughout the series, there are shock twists and surprise announcements that will test the relationships between the islanders. To remain in their luxury paradise and stand a chance of winning the 50 million
$50 million.
euros or pounds prize, contestants must couple up and win the hearts of each other and the public as they ultimately decide who stays on Love Island and who goes.
Oh, so you get voted off by like the internet.
I
That's
guess.
crazy. That's crazy.
There's a 2019 version too. That's the Americanized version. They couple up in their new surroundings and compete in games and challenges. Throughout their stay, temptations arise, and drama ensues when islanders are forced to decide if they want to remain with their current partners or recouple with
Wait,
someone
what's
new.
what's Temptation Island then?
Well, okay, well now I have to look up that.
There's too many of these
Why would the
shows. Shut them down.
Temptation Island couples are tempted to sever old ties and explore new romances with eligible singles
So it's the
from
same thing.
2001.
It's the same thing.
Don't worry, they haven't made a season since 2003. Don't worry.
All right.
So everything else copied them. They're the original. They're the OG.
All right. And then there's Ultimatum. It came out. And there's a
There's
lesbian
what
one
is
that
it
just came
called? The
out.
Circle. The
The
Circle. It's also on
Circle.
Netflix. The one with the furries on Netflix, Sexy Beasts.
Huh?
Yeah. Hold on.
What?
I did it. They wear like not necessarily furry costumes. I think one was a robot, but it's like people that wear makeup and they go on dates and then they're all like
It's like
attractive.
the Masked Singer, but with
Yeah.
dating. But what the
Sexy.
hell?
They get like 3 dates with 3 different people. Like get like a date with 3 different people.
That sounds like the Masked
Okay.
Singer
Yeah, kind of, but it's more Uncanny
with
Valley,
dating.
and it's not them wearing a mask, it's them with actual makeup on their face to
What the
look like an
fuck?
animal and a dolphin. Yeah, look it up. Look up Sexy Beasts.
No.
Wait, I'm sorry. That's Rob Delaney. What the hell is he doing here?
Who's Rob Delaney?
He's Peter in the Deadpool movies. And
Man.
his son died at the age of 2, I think from cancer.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, he was
bummer.
in Home Sweet Home Alone as well. He's in Mission Impossible,
Oh,
the 7.
I have to do a pride pick for music. Pride pick for music is Renee Rapp's new single "Mad," cause I love Renee Rapp.
Is she lesbian?
Yeah, bro, her gun pink.
Yeah. Wait, what the hell? Rob Delaney was in. Who the hell was he in Detective Pikachu?
He was Pikachu.
Yeah, he was Pikachu.
Didn't even have to put him in a suit. That's what he actually looks like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most people want to look their best when meeting potential dates for the first time because there's nothing like love at first sight, right? Not for the people participating on Sexy Beasts who seem to
Love is
be more
Blind.
concerned
That's another one.
with personality. Yeah, than how a potential mate looks. That's what the overview says, mate. The daters are all transformed into animals and other creatures, even though a robot isn't a creature, through the use of prosthetics and meaningless costumes throughout the dates. After the featured dater makes his or her selection, the costumes are finally removed. It's at that point that the dater gets to see whether the choice they made based on personality matches up with the choice they would have made based on looks. They're able to see the others during the dates. And it only got one season in 2014.
Man,
One season, 6 episodes. That's how bad it did.
man.
Kana, no. The last two, Latoya and Kana. That's the name of the last 2 episodes.
Heh.
Just one person. The other ones have 4 people.
How's that work?
I'm sorry. I don't know. I think you go. One person goes on a date with 3 people, and they pick which one they like the
I see.
most based off of that.
So the last episode is like them getting married or something.
I don't know what the hell. Dating show which uses incredible prosthetics to transform people before they go on dates with their looks. Just more about this episode, please. Kana, a burly boy from Wales, who
All right.
usually relies on his looks, is forced to win suitors with his personality. Tries the personality of wet sandpaper.
Big muscle guy has to use his personality on a woman. The
Yeah,
show, the musical, the series.
yeah. A robot goes on a date with a toad, a wooden boy, and an ogre. That's interesting. How does it
What the
work with 4
fuck?
people? How does it work with 4 people? There's Jade, John Cena, Chris, and Michael Wazowski. A selective bachelorette made up to look like a witch selects a date from men disguised as a smooth-talking alien, a humorous pig, and a clairvoyant dog. Now, if your dog is a clairvoyant, kids, I'm sorry, you gotta take it out to the back and just 360 no scope it like Old Yeller. You
Yeah.
can't let anyone get a clairvoyant dog, who cares? But if it's a clairvoyant dog that speaks, then you definitely have to do that to save all of humanity. If you don't know what clairvoyance is, kids, you have Wikipedia. It's free. Use it. I'm not
You're
gonna
gonna end
teach
up
you
with
everything.
you're gonna end up with Cujo. Otherwise,
What was that?
you're gonna end up with Cujo. Otherwise,
Yeah. Gonna end up with a clairvoyant Cujo that speaks. That's even if it gets rabies. Then you'll end
oh,
up with a clairvoyant Cujo that speaks, and then you're
that's
screwed.
scary.
Especially if your dog's a Saint Bernard. If your dog's a Saint Bernard, just immediately, or get the vaccine shots, and then do it. Because we don't need a clairvoyant talking dog out there. Unless
Well,
you're always on acid, then blame the acid for seeing a
sure.
clairvoyant talking dog.
Well, with that, I think this episode has come to an end. Any final
Yeah,
comments, Jace?
I love how we spent the last 10 to 15 minutes, probably just 10 minutes. No, I'd say 10 to 15, just talking about dating shows and how stupid they are.
Yeah, that could be a whole episode, honestly.
Yeah. Wait, who would win in a fight? The clairvoyant talking dog or the spanker? No one will understand this reference until episode 3 comes up, but who would win?
Everybody drop a comment. I would say the clairvoyant dog,
Yeah, the clairvoyant
to be
talking dog.
honest.
You can see all the spanking incoming attacks coming.
Next week,
That made
where
no
are
sense.
we, Jace?
Now we gotta pick our
We
destination.
gotta keep this big going. Next
We'll
week we're
be,
in the air, I guess, right?
yeah, because right now we're on the plane, then we're
On
in
the
the air,
plane.
but then what happens after when we're out of the air with
Well, we'll have to
who's the
find
week
out.
after next week? Oh,
We
we'll
don't
have
know
to find
yet.
out,
We
yeah.
know who next week is.
We can guarantee next week. We can't
Next week,
guarantee the week after that.
you never know. Next week, we have my friend Cheyla McNally-Rondon on to talk about her show in the Toronto Fringe Festival, Quiltro. She's an actor, performer, so we're so excited to interview her. And that episode will come out July 11th. So, yeah. Thank you so much for
Yay, that's when
watching.
Superman comes out. Go
And
watch that too.
we'll probably talk about that as well. And in the August,
We need to
or
have a whole
from the
episode
July
about that.
roundup. Yeah.
We need to have a whole episode about that bad boy.
The August roundup, we'll probably talk about Jurassic World. We'll probably talk about Superman.
We'll
It'll be a good
probably talk
time.
about Fantastic Four first steps and how
Probably.
the MCU is finally paying attention to
Yeah.
the guy from Stranger Things, the Mandalorian. What has Jessica Kirby been in? And the orange man that isn't Donald Trump.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.